Jayhawk gonna be up first up versus Trix over on Team 1 and Team 2. Warlock versus the Mage. Going in with a bit of a Kona cold onto all of these pets while Trix got him the obelisk out of the way, walling this off really early. I think just to make sure he can get all these casts off without any interrupts. He does himself the aerial support with an observer. Every single cast Jayhawk does, whether for CC or damage, that thing is just gonna blast him to smithereens unless he ends up taking it out. Trying to let the temporal shield recover a little bit of health, but looks like the man may be in a little bit of a weird spot, a little bit of running in place, maybe getting a little slippery feet. I really don't know. I'm hoping the guy's all good. Missiles around the corner. A sauce to follow as the guy does get locked down for just a second. Not in a great spot. Cannot even get rid of all the demons super easily. Got himself Ring of Frost, but he's going to be moving over with a Vilepy chasing after him. And one little imp getting hits, enough for him to send an Ice Block. Just got himself a little bit of an unfortunate opener. That was a wall out of Trix either way though. Poly to follow, at least maybe got himself a setup, but the Axe Toss not only stuns him, but also locks him out of that arcane, having to go for yet another Poly. But he's close to Trix, maybe a Mortal Coil could just send him out. With the Dreadstalkers, Mortal Coil before he can even go for his full burst, can't even get his damage activated right now. I also don't understand why Trix goes in. It's like the only Warlock I know, besides the little Affliction Warlocks, that actually goes in to cast a full Corruption. Does it do any like meaningful damage? I guess like if let's say like the enemy is behind the pillar and you can't hit him, yes, because like at least it's doing some kind of damage. But I do wonder if did they ever change in scaling, or is it still like, because I know it was like technically usable in SL, you just never did it because it did no damage unless you Affliction. Specifically, as Jayhawk trying to see if he can blast out Trix, he doesn't have a lot of health to work with. No, wait. What? I was searching the back of my brain for all the time, but my brain couldn't pick that one out. I was thinking, I saw a big clock above his head. I'm wondering if that was like time till death or time until reset, and looks like no reset. It's just the death itself claimed, or Trix rather claimed his soul. Big explosives by Kioska, trying to see if he can just go in super ham onto Trix with a coordinated assault. Got himself the kill shots aiming at the dude's head as he's trying to see if he can get some more demons in. Does the Absorber even do anything for Kioska? It doesn't think grenades are spells. It technically they do magic damage, but they're not spells, non-magical here. Just a big old explosive, a little bit of gunpowder in there, and just a whole lot of firepower as Kioska does end up taking him out. The cloak does get forced out of Kioska though, so that's not going to be good for him. Defensively, he's going to be a little bit behind because he won't have that. Ooh. Drudy get a caught into play with a Hunter's Mark, does go for the bash the way that does end up catching Kioska, trapping him, entangle him into roots, trying to see if he can pincer him down. As Kioska actually rushes as strong as Drudy, gonna be a scatter shot, got him so Death Shock him. As long as you're gonna melee the guy, the thorns won't do damage to you. Drudy's trying to see if he can find himself a better angle as Kioska's rotating through every single defensive, but looks like he's kind of more or less healthy, throwing in grenades. Drudy got himself Barkskin. It's going to be falling off in just a moment. May not have too many more defenses to work with. As a quick stun comes out right after Cloak is up for Drudy. May decide to go for every defensive bear form together with Renewal. Got himself Heart of the Wild. I think you got to sit in the bear form. Couple of frenzies. Maybe get yourself some Iron Fur. You just got to tank up as much as possible. And then once you get a moment, maybe with a CC bash, catch yourself a break. But I think that Shocker just is going to be the end of you. As Kioska just viciously chasing down their targets without even catching too much of a breather. Catches him a camo. And as long as Zivy doesn't find him instantly, he may be okay. Zivy does realize that, hey, you can see he can just intimidate you with that one, right? Constantly reapplying Hunter's Mark, dropping down traps around the corner. Zivy should see that tar trap. But the Kioska gets super close, allows Zivy to get a full stun. Steel Trap, catch him. Red is trying to see if he can break out of the Steel Trap, trying to get some dots onto the pet, as well as the Hunter. Shadow Crash should be huge for that one. Scatter does give Kioska an opportunity to go for... Wait, okay, you hold on. Wait, Kioska, your grenades don't get broken by Scatter. What a chimeric poison too. As he gets CC, there's going to be a silence to follow as he's trying to go for a big eruption. And Kioska, in that fear, ends up waddling towards the wall either way though. Shadow Crash, I think, does end up connecting stun. Zivy's going to have an answer for this one. Every defense is used for the Shadow Priest. Try to see if you can maybe mitigate some damage with just Vampiric Embrace and Desperate Prayer, but Desperation grew louder and louder until you had to hit that full disperse though. Stun onto Kiyaska. Zivit trying to get some dots in there. Mind blast right after, but Kiyaska got a guy fully trapped up. He's not gonna let the priest walk. Priests already don't have a lot of mobility for PvP to begin with. Does end up juking out a kick. Perfect opportunity for a void shard take in the moment, but Kiyaska is able to kind of recover with a bit of a bear's fortification to give himself a little bit extra borrowed health to work with. Kind of like a battle master trinket, as well as what looks like acceleration just to get himself back up to top speed. Scatter, it is going to force a trinket out of Zivi. Fury to follow, his explosive is going to hit him. Got himself a shield just to control the explosive, but it's going to be a chimeric poison right after silencing the guy. Silence back onto Kiyaska. Don't really know what you can silence. Does not have a muzzle for this one. Goes in for feign death just to remove the dots, but that does end up putting himself in a weird position because he's just horrified anyway. Stun to Kiyaska. Zivi, not a lot of health available. Playing defensively more than anything. Do you have anything for this one? Trying to heal? Kill shot right after as Kiyaska does end up taking him. That is so well done. With Nina gonna be up next. Does Nina get her chance in order to blast out Kiyaska? The Hunter is limping. Not a lot of health available. Does catch Nina in a freezing trap. Nina may need to adapt Holy Sire's strategy of going the long way, the long turns around the pillar. Avoiding all these traps, are more likely to avoid these traps. And for Kiyaska, depending how Nina moves around pillars, he should adjust his placement of traps accordingly. Scatter onto Nina with an explosive. Gotta be a trinket. Human racial out of Kiyaska. Death Shock him is gonna be able to rip into you, but a Blessing of Protection will not stop because of a trank shot. Shield of Vengeance to give yourself a little more survivability. Able to punish while chasing right after Kiyaska. The Hunter is not out of the woods. Got himself survival of the fittest, but which one of those two is gonna be surviving out of this duel? Full burst is out for Kiyaska. Nina catching a quick blind onto the Hunter just to give herself a bit of a breather. Final wreck is down. Next kill shot could be the end of you. There's gonna be grenade scatter shot, and that's gonna be explosive. I think Nina's just done for, unless somehow she lives it, barely survives it, and Triceratops goes in, taking the club that is his tail, blasts it out as they're just on the last leg, just toppling him down as Holy's looking for a go. Does he give Kiyaska a chance to catch full health? Maybe? Or no, I think he's just chasing him. I think he's just trying to end the duel right now. I was thinking for a second, like, he stopped. Maybe he's giving the guy an opportunity. Nope, just clamped from either side with a steel trap, just digging into his arms. As it's gonna be full crusade up. Kiyaska getting a trinket out of Holy Sire with a scatter, trying to see if it got her foot, but can't even see where's this guy even. He's just doing some Super Saiyan movement right now. Turtle shell for Kiyaska as he got himself a little bit of that survival of the fittest. No. Fortification of the bear health. Stun around the corner onto Kiyaska. Does bubble. It's over. Holy Sire with a bubble just wants to take out the guy as soon as possible. My goodness. Oh, man. Kiyaska had himself a hell of a run, though, dude. Team 1 got to pull their efforts together between Plush, Shaman, as well as Barak. No more bubble out of Holy Sire. Blessing of Protection or Spell Warden is all you really got. And he does have forbearance for a good bit, so Barak can maybe dig those teeth and fangs in there. Dig the claws in deep. It's could potentially force a lot out of Holy. As the man is actually just bleeding out. The man is just rotting down behind the pillar with Barak barely attacking him. Goes in for lay on hands. No immunity. If Barak has himself a big go right now, just put enough damage, does he get the bleeds? You gotta get the strongest bleeds in there to force everything out of Holy Sire. Cyclone, maybe it connects, does connect. No trinket for Holy Sire for a bit. Gives Barak an opportunity to at least catch up a little bit of healing. Heart of the Wild playing big dividends right now. 50% dampening, stun right after. Stun back into the Feral Druid. Holy with a full Crusader at the ready. If you can just take the momentum, take out the Feral, transfer the momentum to the next competitor, that's the only way I think you survive this. Just raw power, and does end up taking the Feral, running behind the pillar looking for a reset. Not what you should be doing. Next competitor, who is it going to be? Is it Plush? The man's just playing Hearthstone. Is it going to be Shaman's? He's waiting his turn. Shaman's got himself Fire Ellie immediately. Holy Sire charging in, knockback right after. Shaman's may need to be looking at defensives. Got himself mobility, looking for a bit of casting walls. Whilst Guardian is up to give himself as much healing as possible. Gonna be Shield of Vengeance up for Holy Sire. Trying to see if he can just maximize the full Crusade damage. Getting rooted out back to back. Bubble may need to come out really early. Shaman's trying to make sure there's some distance between the two, because he knows once the bubble is out, he's gonna have to make an escape of his own. There goes the bubble. Regenerating. Not even going in for big damage. Just looking for a full recovery. Shaman's gets himself an opportunity. At least doesn't have to die to the bubble. If you have enough damage to blast the Holy Sire right now in this moment, you have yourself an opportunity. Dodging away from the Wake of Ashes, knocking him up and dribbling him away, but still not out of the woods just yet. Trying to get himself as much recovery. Earthquake down. Maybe it'll knock down the Paladin as he rounds the bed. Full Ascendance out for the Shaman. Elements Unleashed, but does end up taking him out. Now the question is Plush gonna give him same opportunity, same modern duel, or not? Because dampening is really high. You're gonna be here forever. Are you actually gonna let him? Are you? Is that what's happening? Or are you just gonna walk it in? Give him a false sense of direction. I can't even tell, dude. Can't even tell. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Stun onto Holy Side. Got himself full wall already. Plush is going in full Assassination Rogue. No immunity for Holy. Plush just hits him with a Death Mark Vanish. He did him the dirtiest possible. Layer dance? I don't know if you survive this. One way summon. Nah, there's no way. He did him so dirty. Kiosk is slamming with 4 though. I didn't realize that man went for full 4. Almost got a full 5, but not quite there, dude. Not quite there. So close though. Let's get ourselves another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más, uno más. Let me know if you guys